Let's have an applause for John's shirt, by the way. Something cool and slinky.
Slinky. He told me to wear something slinky.
Well, I drove 1,000 miles to get away from you. Drove 1,000 miles through the desert and the snow. Couldn't see behind me, the rear window blocked with clothes. I just hoped you weren't out there trying to follow. Checked the oil, I filled the tank, I had so far to go. Didn't know which way to take, I just jumped on down the road. Sun was out and it was hot, I rolled the windows down and I moved along the highway, an armadillo upside down. And the AM music station faded on my radio, disappearing, re-emerging. A song just came out slow, song about a run-in, but nowhere seemed to go. Looked out my back window, maybe you had followed. Night grew cold, I crept along, looking for a clue. Somewhere in the shadows, one slipped on through, and these miles became mirrors laid on that desert floor. Was it my reflection? Was it you I was looking for? And I drove 1,000 miles to get away from you. Drove 1,000 miles through the desert and the snow. Couldn't see behind me, the rear window blocked with clothes. I just hoped you weren't out there trying to follow. Take it away, John. So I pulled off of the highway. Sleep was keeping time, coming like a ghost, running through your mind. It's a car off on the shoulder, quiet and hollow. I wonder if you pass me now, would I then follow? So 1,000 miles have come and gone, and I'm out here on the plains, thinking of decisions through the drought-dead fields of grain. Hey, listen as the night falls and that song on the radio. Strange how I hope you're out here trying to follow. Thank you, thank you.
Ha ha ha. Mark Gillick music, everybody.
Yeah, Mark wrote all these songs.
All this is original.
sun is now setting, day starts to end. There's wings on the wind, cactus field starts to bend. The train thunders north into this desert tonight, into miles of nowhere, stars shining bright. Money's been paid, hand in hand. You pay for your dreams of another man's land. If I had the wisdom of the ages of man, I can promise you this, I'll never understand. But your dreams lay ahead in the eye of the moon. Quiet, my young one, I'll deliver you soon into the land of the angels. With hope you will sleep, but tonight's for the coyotes whose pockets run deep. Fire's been doused before it's born a flame. Shoes hung up on crosses with nobody's name. The Brazos is running unseasonably high into miles of nowhere, bones scattered dry. There are miles between, more miles to go. What lays ahead only dreamers can know. Desperation's a place for those to call home, stuck in the middle of nowhere alone. Mister, I'm just a gringo, I watch the 6 o'clock news, not sure what I'd do in another man's shoes. Can't decide what is right, don't know if I'm wrong. In the miles of nowhere, nobody belongs. The sun is now setting, day starts to end. There's wings on the wind, cactus field starts to bend. A train thunders north into this desert tonight, into miles of nowhere, stars shining bright. Thank you. I played here a few times, and it's always a pleasure to come out here. It really is. It's a great audience. It's a great venue.
Great.
Really appreciate the chance to come out and do this every couple of years or so.
It was actually a year to the day
Yeah,
almost.
year to the day.
We were here last.
No, I'm good. We're gonna go to California right quick.
So I was thinking of the set when I was sitting out there, and I was thinking, geez, I think there's like 3 California bass songs, but don't worry about it. I spent my misguided youth in California, but that was like 50 years ago, so it doesn't count anymore.
I spent my misguided adulthood there. That was back in October.
No, that's from Louisiana. That was Louisiana. You can tell by this.
It was crazy. There's too many people out there.
I told you about the beginners up here.
If he can remember the songs that he wrote himself, we'll be okay.
I'm coming out to California. I gotta stay there for the week. Funny how life comes full circle. Rinse it out and then repeat. Western sunset, I still see you. My front windshield glitters gold. One day soon I will return there. Endless highway, endless road. I'll take a drive to Santa Barbara. Make that drive along the coast. Stop just outside of Ventura. Watch that coastline's wayward ghost.
His
Take it
words.
away, Tom. Play the harmonica. Maybe I'll stay another week then, running through those redwood trees. Head back down Pacific Highway, like the way it used to be.
There's the word.
Western sunset, I still see you. My front windshield glitters gold. One day soon I will return there. Endless highway, endless road.
That's it.
One day soon I will return there. Endless highway, endless road. Thank you, thank you.
Hot dog. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, as probably remember, there's a few of you that might be older than I am. What's so funny about that? But way back when I was a kid, there used to be a stream that used to run in the field and the forest behind us. And as a kid, you'd go down there, and boy, it was a whole different world. It was, back then it was like a river. You'd put stuff in there. Well, you'd be there all day long. And now when you go back, or if it's even there, which it's not, in my case, it was just a little stream, and now it's covered up. And, it only took 5 minutes to walk over there. But, as a kid, it was like a half day's journey with your PBJs and your mother would send you out with. And
Remember how this song goes?
I remember.
That's it.
I don't have any problems until he gets up here on stage with his big mouth, and it's like, Jesus, now you put the pressure on me. playing these songs for 150 years, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna forget it."
And I never know what key we're in.
He never knows what key he's in anyway. I mean, look at him. He's from Louisiana. How much would... Anyway, this song is called This River. This river, I call her, she returns to me. She's more of a stream running wild and free. Etched in this landscape from morning to night. In the autumn of dreams, she bathes in moonlight. I remember the first time I sat on her shore, streaming tugboats of leaves for hours and more, till our ma called us home, so we left her to weep. Cradled in our dreams, gently we sleep. Dusk turns to darkness and darkness to light. She's a river of hope, unending in sight. She floats without a failure, she ebbs and she flows. Twisting and turning, she finds her way home. The shade of the sun, this river still runs. Time refreshes her water as if time just begun. And when I am burdened or a dream goes astray, I'll lay back in her arms and I'm carried away. This river, I call her, she returns to me. She's more of a stream running wild and free. Etched in this landscape from morning to night. In the autumn of dreams, she bathes in moonlight. In the autumn of dreams, she bathes in moonlight. Eureka, not even go after. I believe we've got one more song to do. Once again, Johnny Macias on bass. Maureen and Gary Shoe.
The Shoes. Mark Gillick, the founder of the Feast and the one that writes all the songs. And can't remember them after he writes them.
That's all right, they got it. John Clark, my sidekick and partner in crime. All right, so we've got one more song to do here, and this one is called Eureka. I spent some time up in. Well, I went to college up in Eureka, California. I was enrolled. I wasn't necessarily going. I think my family and friends have already figured that out.
When I heard this song, I asked him, tell me about this. Oh, I just thought of that. That's just out of my mind. This never really happened. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'm buying into that. You're going to love this song, folks.
So, do any of you remember Harry Chapin? Singer-songwriter Harry Chapin? Hey! Kind of a big influence on me. We've named John Denver and Harry Chapin as our heroes and writing heroes or whatever. Two that are no longer with. It's amazing how those guys, we remember those guys, and I don't know if anybody's going to remember much of the newer ones a long time down the road, but anyway. So I would sit in my apartment up there in Eureka, pretending to go to school, and I would listen to all the Harry Chapin records over and over and over again, and finally I transferred them onto cassette. Remember cassettes? Yeah. You're lying. You don't remember those. Anyway, so this is where this song came from up there, and here we go. It's called Eureka.
You're gonna love it.
Well, what happens if they don't?
They're gonna love it.
They got 5 minutes to sit there and going, we're supposed to like it because he said so.
You'll love it. Take it away, Mark.
Come down from Eureka, I'll come up from LA. We'll meet in San Francisco, and just for the day, we'll turn back the clock on so many years. Across the Golden Gate Bridge, we finally meet up halfway. You know, I think the old streetcar still rides by our old loft. That 7th floor walk up, a million stars up above. And below the old bookstore of Old Mariner's Cheer, we saw Jack London's ghost, so we bought him a beer. And out on the wharf, fog rolls and it steams, and the stories are lost past the old lighthouse beams. And couched in a blanket by the pier in that park, singing forever Harry Chapin songs in the dark. Oh, 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 oh. And we live for tomorrow, too young to explain, caught in the journeys, yet nowhere to change. As the waves crash the rock walls, we run to stay dry, but the mist soaked our clothing, and we couldn't hide. Come down from Eureka, I'll come up from LA. We'll meet in San Francisco, and just for the day, we'll turn back the clock on so many years. Across the Golden Gate Bridge, we finally meet up halfway. One of us stayed till it just didn't work. Took off with the old memories and left what was hurt. 7 hours going north, 7 hours going south, from that 7th floor walk up, million stars up above. And so here's to the memories of what never became. But I'll step outside and pray for the rain, and think of the sailors and of Jack London's ghost. I reread your old letters. I give us a toast. And out on the wharf, the fog rolls and it steams, and the stories are lost past the old lighthouse beams. And couched in a blanket by the pier in that park, singing forever Harry Chapin songs in the dark. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us play.
Let's give the audience a big hand. You're a great audience. Woo!